Do this, and people will respect you immediately. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt overlooked, like your presence barely registered to those around you? Maybe you've spoken, but your words carried no weight, ignored, dismissed, or brushed aside. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Most people go through life craving respect, but they don't understand one crucial fact. Respect isn't given, it's commanded. You don't beg for it, you don't ask for it, you take it. And in today's world, where confidence is often mistaken for arrogance and politeness for weakness, knowing how to command respect instantly is a game changer. The difference between being heard or ignored, valued or overlooked starts with you and how you carry yourself. You see, respect is about presence. It's about the energy you radiate before you even say a word. Think of the most respected people in your life. The leaders, the mentors, the figures that inspire you. What is it about them that makes you take them seriously? Their posture, their tone, their actions? It's not luck, it's strategy. And today I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to command respect immediately. Not after months, not after years, but the moment you step into a room. Because once you understand the psychology of respect, you'll never be ignored again. So, buckle up, take notes, and get ready to elevate your presence. Before you even open your mouth, people have already decided whether to respect you. How? Through your body language, the way you walk, the way you stand, even the way you hold eye contact. These unspoken cues determine whether people see you as a leader or as someone they can dismiss. Think about it. Have you ever seen a high-star individual slouching, fidgeting, or looking around nervously? No. Commanding respect starts with commanding your own presence. Your posture should be straight, but not stiff. Keep your chin slightly raised, never looking down or hunching your shoulders. When you walk into a room, move deliberately. No rushing, no hesitating. A slow, controlled pace signals confidence and authority. And then there's eye contact, one of the biggest giveaways of whether you own the space you're in. Avoiding eye contact makes you look weak or unsure. Staring too hard makes you seem aggressive. The key? The 80/20 rule. Hold eye contact 80% of the time when speaking and 20% when listening. This balance shows confidence without intimidation. Finally, master the power of controlled gestures. Wild hand movements make you look frantic. Keeping your hands hidden makes you seem unsure. Instead, use purposeful gestures, open palms when explaining, a slight nod to show engagement, and slow movements to emphasize your words. People naturally gravitate towards individuals who appear calm, in control, and composed. Body language is your first message to the world. If you get it right, people will respect you before you even speak. Once your body language is in check, the next thing that demands immediate respect is your voice. Have you ever noticed how some people can say the simplest things, yet everyone stops and listens? It's not about what they say, it's about how they say it. Your voice is an instrument, and when played correctly, it can command attention, influence decisions, and establish dominance in any conversation. The first rule: eliminate weak speech patterns. Avoid filler words like or like. They signal uncertainty and make people subconsciously respect you less. Instead, practice speaking with deliberate pauses. Silence is powerful. It forces people to lean in and pay attention to what comes next. Next, focus on tonality. Most people speak in a way that either pleads for approval or sounds uncertain. They end their sentences with a rising intonation, making everything sound like a question, even when they're making a statement. Instead, lower your tone slightly at the end of your sentences. This signals certainty and authority. Volume is also key. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room to be respected, but you must be heard. Speak slightly louder than the average person, not shouting, but projecting confidence. people instinctively associate a strong, controlled voice with leadership. Lastly, slow down. When you rush your words, you come across as anxious or insecure. When you speak with measured pacing, people assume you have something worth listening to. The most respected figures in history, leaders, presidents, CEOs, they all mastered the art of a commanding voice. You don't need to be born with a deep, powerful voice to be respected. You just need to train your voice to carry authority, certainty, and control. Do this, and people will hang on to your every word. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to gain respect is talking too much. They believe that the more they say, the more impressive they'll seem. Wrong. The most respected people in any room aren't the ones who speak the most, but the ones who speak with purpose and precision. Think about it. When someone rambles, repeating the same point over and over, what happens? People tune out. Their words lose impact. But when someone speaks deliberately, saying only what is necessary, every word carries weight. That's how respect is earned. The secret? Master the power of silence. When you pause before answering a question, it shows confidence. It signals that you're thinking, not reacting. Weak people rush to fill every silence out of fear. Strong individuals let silence work in their favor. Another trick? Be direct. Avoid over-explaining yourself. If you say something and someone challenges it, don't immediately justify or apologize. Instead, stand by your words. Weak people explain why they believe something. Strong people state it and let others react. This doesn't mean being rude or dismissive. It means being selective with your words. The most respected leaders in history, from CEOs to world leaders, speak in short, impactful sentences. Why? Because power isn't about talking more, it's about saying more with less. So next time you're in a conversation, try this. Speak slowly, pause often, and say only what is necessary. You'll be surprised at how much more seriously people take you. If you want people to respect you immediately, there's one thing you must master above all else: confidence. Not arrogance, not fake bravado, real, unshakable self-assurance. Confidence isn't just about what you say, it's about how you carry yourself, respond to challenges, and handle pressure. The most respected people in any room have one thing in common: they trust themselves completely, and that trust makes others trust them too. So, how do you develop this kind of presence? First, never seek validation. The moment you act like you need approval, people see you as lower status. Confident people don't wait for permission to speak, to take action, or to hold an opinion. They own their presence. They believe in their own worth, whether others agree or not. Second, control your emotions. Weak people react impulsively to criticism, anger, or pressure. Strong individuals remain calm and composed. They don't let small things shake them. When you stay centered, people see you as someone who can handle anything. Third, be comfortable with discomfort. Confidence isn't about never feeling fear. It's about acting despite fear. Think about the most respected leaders. They don't let nerves or doubts stop them from making decisions. They embrace uncertainty and move forward anyway. Lastly, confidence comes from preparation. When you know what you're talking about, when you've put in the work, when you've built the skills, your confidence is real, it's unshakable, because it's built on competence, not just mindset. Want respect? Stop asking for it. Stop waiting for it. Start owning it. Because when you truly respect yourself, the world has no choice but to follow. One of the fastest ways to lose respect is to let people walk all over you. Too many people make the mistake of being too nice, thinking that if they say yes to everything and avoid conflict, people will like and respect them. But the opposite is true. People respect those who set boundaries, those who demand a certain level of treatment and enforce it. If you allow people to interrupt you, take advantage of your time, or disrespect you without consequence, you're telling them one thing: you don't respect yourself. And if you don't, why should they? So how do you set boundaries the right way? First, be clear and firm. Don't over-explain or justify your boundaries. If someone asks for something unreasonable, simply say, "I can't do that." No long-winded explanations, no apologizing, just a firm stance. Second, follow through. Setting a boundary is meaningless if you don't enforce it. If someone constantly interrupts you, speak up. "I wasn't finished speaking." If someone disrespects you repeatedly, walk away. Make it clear that disrespect is not tolerated. Third, don't seek approval for your boundaries. Weak people set boundaries and then look around, waiting for others to accept them. Confident people set boundaries because they respect themselves, period. They don't need others to agree. The moment you start protecting your time, energy, and self-respect, something amazing happens. People start respecting you more because they see that you're not afraid to put yourself first. Commanding respect isn't just about how you act, it's about what you refuse to tolerate. Stand your ground and people will take you seriously. One of the greatest signs of power and influence is emotional control. The moment you allow someone to provoke you, frustrate you, or pull you into unnecessary drama, you give away your power. Respect comes from those who remain calm, composed, and unshaken no matter what. Think about the most respected leaders, CEOs, or powerful figures. Do they lash out when someone insults them? Do they get defensive when challenged? No. They stay in control, and that control makes them untouchable. So, how do you master this? First, pause before reacting. When someone says something offensive or challenges you, don't react immediately. Take a second, breathe, and think before you respond. That pause alone makes you seem measured and powerful. Second, never let emotions make decisions for you. If you're angry, frustrated, or annoyed, don't act in the heat of the moment. People respect those who respond with logic and intelligence, not impulse and emotion. Third, practice the power of indifference. Not everything deserves a reaction. When people see that insults, criticism, or petty drama don't affect you, they realize you're on a different level. Nothing is more intimidating than someone who simply doesn't care about small distractions. Respect isn't just about what you do, it's about what you refuse to be affected by. When you show that you can handle pressure, criticism, and challenges without losing your cool, you immediately earn respect from everyone around you. Stay calm, stay controlled, and watch how the world starts respecting you more. The way you communicate determines how much respect you command. If you speak with hesitation, uncertainty, or doubt, people won't take you seriously. But when you speak with authority, conviction, and certainty, people listen and they respect you. So how do you make sure your words carry weight? First, eliminate weak language. Phrases like, "I think." Instead say, "I know." Maybe we could. Instead say, "This is the plan." Does that make sense? Instead say, "Let me know if you need clarification." Weak language makes you sound unsure of yourself. Confident people don't ask for permission to be respected. They expect it through their tone and choice of words. Second, lower your voice tone at the end of sentences. When you raise your tone at the end of a statement, it sounds like you're asking for approval. Instead, speak with a downward inflection. It signals certainty. Third, slow down your speech. Nervous people talk fast. Confident people speak slowly and deliberately. It makes every word seem important and forces people to pay attention. Lastly, own your pauses. Most people hate silence in a conversation, so they fill it with nervous chatter. But here's the secret. Powerful people are comfortable with silence. They pause before answering, giving their words more impact. If you want immediate respect, speak less, say more, and always sound certain. When people hear authority in your voice, they instinctively see you as a leader. In every conversation, every interaction, and every negotiation, there is something called the frame. Whoever controls the frame controls the situation. And people who control the frame, they command respect effortlessly. So, what is the frame? It's the dominant perspective in any interaction. If you let others set the tone, dictate the terms, or force you into a defensive position, you've already lost. But if you control the frame, you set the rules. Here's how you ensure you always control the frame. First, never react emotionally to challenges. When someone tries to dominate you, whether in a conversation, argument, or negotiation, stay calm. If they raise their voice, you lower yours. If they try to provoke you, smirk and stay unfazed. The moment they see they can't shake you, you've won. Second, don't chase approval. The more you try to explain yourself or seek validation, the more power you give away. Confident people don't try to prove their worth, they act as if they're already respected. Third, reframe conversations to your advantage. If someone challenges you with a loaded question like, "Why should we listen to you?" don't get defensive. Instead, flip the script. The real question is, what results do you want? Because I have the answer. Fourth, use body language to hold the frame. If someone invades your space to intimidate you, don't step back, stand firm. If someone tries to rush you, pause longer before speaking. Slow, controlled movements show that you are in charge. Controlling the frame is the difference between being respected or dismissed. When you master this skill, you'll find that people naturally start looking to you for leadership. Respect follows those who control their reality. Own the frame, and you own the room. Nothing commands respect faster than the ability to walk away. Most people beg for validation, fight to be heard, or desperately cling to approval, but the most respected individuals, they never chase, never beg, and never cling. They understand one simple truth: the ability to walk away is the ultimate power. Why? Because it shows you don't need anyone's approval to be valuable. It proves that your self-worth isn't dependent on external validation. And that mindset alone makes people respect you instantly. Here's how you apply this in real life. First, never tolerate disrespect. If someone crosses your boundaries, call it out once. If they continue, walk away. People quickly learn to respect those who refuse to accept poor treatment. Second, know when to exit a losing situation. Whether it's a toxic relationship, a dead-end job, or an argument going nowhere, strong people know when to leave. They don't waste energy proving themselves to those who don't appreciate them. Third, use walking away as a negotiation tactic. If you're negotiating and the other person isn't respecting your terms, don't argue, simply get up and leave. The moment they realize you're not desperate, the power shifts in your favor. Lastly, be willing to remove yourself from conversations that don't serve you. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. If a conversation turns disrespectful, silence is stronger than words. A well-timed exit speaks louder than any argument. When you carry yourself with the energy that you're willing to walk away at any time, something incredible happens. People respect you more. Because real power isn't about holding on, it's about knowing when to let go. Respect doesn't come from asking for it. It doesn't come from trying to impress people. It comes from your presence, your confidence, and the standards you set for yourself. Master your body language. Control your voice. Set firm boundaries. Speak less but say more. Stay calm under pressure. Control the frame. And most importantly, be willing to walk away. When you embody these traits, you won't have to ask for respect. It will be given to you naturally.